Hey everyone, Jonathan here. This is like my third attempt at recording this, but I don't have a lot of time today, so I just want to do a quick video to let everyone know the good news that I read earlier this morning, and that is Dungeon Keeper 2 is now available at Good Old Games, better known as GOG.com. If you haven't played this game, pick it up. It's $6. Believe me when I say it's well worth every dollar that you would conceivably pay for this. If you've never played it, a quick synopsis of the game is that you are playing the villain. Not in this morally ambiguous way like Just Cause 2 where you're wondering if maybe you're a terrorist because you're blowing up water towers. No. This is you are the villain. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It's quite simple. You're the unabashed bad guy. And in fact, if this were a traditional you're not the bad guy game, you'd be playing basically a standard dungeon crawler. You'd be attacking the dungeon, hacking and slashing your way through all the minions, and at the end of it, rescuing the town and saving the entire world. However, this is not that type of game. Instead of sort of trashing the dungeon, you are now building it. You're doing this by starting out with a dungeon heart and then having your imps dig around it, and then you obtain portals and you dig out various rooms and chambers and whatnot. And the idea is that you're not creating the imps, you're not creating the villains, but instead you're recruiting them. Think of it like HR, but for bad guys. You take over you build various rooms, take over various elements, and that in turn attracts the minions you want and need to your dungeon. For example, you build a library, you're going to draw a lot of wizards in. And that's the basic idea of the game, is you attract the types of minions you want through the rooms you build. And you can attract a wide variety. You can attract wizards, mistresses, goblins, skeletons, dark knights. The list goes on. A wide variety of rooms to build, a wide variety of minions to attract. And those minions got to be paid. They've got to have a place to sleep. They've got to have food to eat. So you got to make sure to take good care of them. You got to train them too. Because the whole idea is you're going to amass your army, and then eventually not only are you going to be repelling attacks from the good guys, but you're going to go on the offense and start kicking some good guy butt, leaving your dungeon, and eventually slaughtering all the good doers in the land, and hopefully conquering the entire world to spread your evil globally. Very simple game, but the gameplay is spot on. Very easy to pick up, very easy to learn. If you've ever played a sim game, think like SimCity and whatnot, if you ever played a sim game or ever played a strategy game like Command & Conquer, StarCraft, etc., you'll be right at home with this. Very fun little game. The only thing that has me a little bit nervous about this wholesale recommendation is that some of the early reviews of it on GOG.com have mentioned some compatibility issues with Windows 7. I'm praying that's not the case. I'm praying these are just people with odd problems, but this was a game that to me and to Crystal, released in 1999, this defined a large part of our early years as a gaming couple. We played this non-stop in the early 2000s. Broke and alone in our apartment, we would play this together and do co-op multiplayer games, and we got quite good at it actually for a while there. Definitely a game to pick back up for us, and looking forward to buying our copies and giving a shot because it was lost. This was a game built for the 9X series of Windows 95, 98, ME, etc. So when we made the jump to XP, we lost it. This was the main thing we lost, and the one thing that we really were heartbroken about losing. And even though people posted hacks and tricks to get it never happened for us. We couldn't get it to happen. So long story short, Dungeon Keeper 2, GOG.com, $6. Pick it up. You won't regret it. You'll thank me for it later. Hopefully, that is as long as the compatibility issues aren't as bad as some have said. Like I said, a game well worth having in your library. Trust me. And by the way, if you're interested and want to do multiplayer in it, let me know. I'd be more than happy to trash your dungeon for you. It's not a problem. On that note, Jonathan Bailey, signing off.